of storms in her first full forecast. Sharon.
Yes, the first round is pushing to the east now, and there's no severe weather left with that. But now I'm watching to the west, and that next round coming in this evening, that could produce some strong to severe storms. We do have the greatest threat of that in our far western counties. There is a severe storm watch until 10 o'clock tonight. The only counties included in that are Pettis and Saline counties. However, that doesn't mean that we couldn't have severe weather in some of the other counties. It just means this is where there's the greatest potential. So this severe storm watch until 10 o'clock tonight for Pettis and Saline. But if you look at the severe threat for mid-Missouri, you can see it does extend eastward as well, where we could also see some strong or severe storms. Notice in the orange area, that's an enhanced risk of severe weather. That's third here on the scale. And then as we head to the east, that comes down to a slight to marginal risk of severe storms. So as the storms initially move in, they're going to be the strongest, and then I do expect that they'll weaken as we go through the evening. The main threats are going to be hail and wind, damaging winds up to 70 miles an hour, quarter to up to tennis ball size hail, mainly as the storms first move into our western counties. I think as they push east, it'll turn more into a damaging wind threat. And as far as a tornado, an isolated tornado can't be ruled out in that enhanced risk area. But again, it's damaging wind, I think, is going to be the main culprit with these this evening. So the first line you can see is pushing to the east. Nothing but rain with this now. There's no severe weather. We did have some storm reports, though, from Columbia of damage in Columbia through Jefferson City, Holt Summit, and Russellville as our news team is investigating that. Meanwhile, we're watching out to the west as this next line develops. This is the one that is going to continue to gradually work its way into our area this evening, bringing that severe threat. Newest timing on this. Here's the first batch of rain pulling to the east in the next 2 hours. Then at 7 to 8, we notice this next line starting to move into Pettis County, Saline County as early as 7 o'clock, continuing to move east to Highway 63 by 9 to 10 o'clock tonight. Notice we still have some storms with heavy rain and the potential to produce severe weather, but they do start to fall apart as they move east past 10 o'clock, and they will weaken. So this event is mainly going to be an early night event, as the storms will be ending as we head past 10 o'clock tonight. So the next chance of rain once this moves out isn't going to be until Friday night. And Friday night into Saturday morning, we could see some more storms. I'll have a track of those, and we'll talk more about this evening's storm threat and how much rain we'll see in 10 minutes.
Arrive in your first full complete forecast. Hi, Sharon.
Well, hello. Yes, we don't have any storms in the area right now, but before I get to where they're at, I want to show you some of the newest threats. And this was the update that we got in this evening. And the threat of severe storms has been upgraded to a slight risk from what I showed on the 6 o'clock news. This was the evening update. And the reason for that is because of an increase in wind shear, and that could cause rotating storms. Now, this upgrade is for a good chunk here of mid-Missouri, and large hail, damaging wind are the main threats, but there is a chance of an isolated tornado. So that is a very small chance, but hail and wind are the higher threats with this, where we could see a tornado. And again, it's a small chance, but that chance is there. I just looked at some of the newest numbers coming in on wind shear, and yeah, we've got some decent shear out here, especially west of Highway 63 in the past hour. So this is what we're going to be watching in the overnight hours. I'll be monitoring storms as they move in. Most likely they'll just bring some damaging wind in a couple spots, possibly, or some hail. And what's most likely is heavy rain from these. We've already been getting quite a few flash flood warnings out here toward Kansas City and westward, where we've already seen some heavy rain from these storms ahead of that cold front that's out there. So here they are. You can see them moving in our direction. The leading edge of these storms would be into near Marshall in an hour and a half, and near Boonville in about 2 hours and 50 minutes. So it's going to be an overnight event. Most of us won't even get the storms until after midnight and into the early morning hours tomorrow. The newest timing on this, you can see as I put it into motion, here's 11:30. Again, the leading edge here, just getting into Moberly to Marshall, heading eastward as we get into 1 in the morning, close to Columbia and Sedalia, and then gradually working its way south and east. But notice behind that first line, we continue to see redevelopment of these showers and storms in the overnight. The severe threat will decrease with time overnight, and the heavy rain threat will increase. And by morning, you can see mid-morning, they're already starting to clear out. That means, though, for your morning commute tomorrow, there is going to be some rain around, and it's going to be heavy in the overnight hours. We'll have to watch for any areas of flooding. 1 to 2 inches of rain. Here's the blue, 1 to 2 inches to the west. Farther to the east, we're looking at a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain, and that includes the Ozarks. And then the out the door tomorrow is improving weather through the day. After morning showers and storms, they move out pretty early, and that leaves us with highs near 80 and drying conditions and beautiful weather for the remainder of the week. This warning is for damaging wind of 60 miles an hour is possible with this storm. We also have the potential of some large hail, just a little bit larger than quarters with this, as it does move into Pettis County. And the track of this you could see moving into Lake Creek 1024, Stover at 1040, and then on to Versailles at 1048. Right now, here is Sedalia, and you can see here's the core of that storm. The heaviest rain is still west of Sedalia, just south of Highway 50, and that's moving to the south and east into south central Pettis County, and again that warning until 10:15. If they extend it, which I think they might, I'll let you know. And we also have an extension of this warning. This is now until 10:45. This is for a severe storm which is moving into southern Miller County. Here's Brumley, the core of the storm, with possible large hail, could be ping pong ball size, which we've already had some large hail with this storm, and possible 60-mile-an-hour winds pulling to the east, heading into Iberia 10:08, Dixon 10:26, and then on to Franks at 10:35.